Finally TV, party people, here we are. It is your boy Gabriel back in the building again, voice of the valley, coming to you from Beacon, New York. And remember, just don't dream, inspire, don't just imagine, create, and just don't believe, achieve. That's the way it goes down right here on Finally TV.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Cans.
This is Naeem Chanel, and you are now watching Finally TV on YouTube.
Yo, what up? It's Mr. Pigs.
Check it out, it's your boy DJ Kirk Crazy, and you now watching Final TV on YouTube.
Pet peeves you might have as far as just people in general, life in general. What's a pet peeve for Betty Blanco?
Just stay wavy.
So you don't like when people ain't wavy?
Yeah, nah, it's whack.
Yeah.
Just stay wavy, do your thing.
Yeah.
It's your boy, DJ Bill Skills, representing for Finally TV.
Yo, what's up? This is Grills. You watching Finally TV. We taking them to the moon.
This your girl, Briss, and you're watching Finally TV on YouTube.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Lee Jones. Peace, everybody. You already know what it is. New York's #1 tastemaker, DJ King James NYC, and you are watching Finally TV right here on YouTube.
Finally TV, party people, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Valley. And remember, don't just dream, inspire, don't just imagine, create, and just don't believe, achieve. That's the way it's going down right here on Finally TV. I got a special guest with me today. Her name is Sammy B. Say hello, girl.
Yes, what's up? It's your girl, Sammy B.
Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yep. The audience may recognize you because you were recently on the show at the Artist Mixer.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That was a fun little deal. How'd you feel about that night? I had to leave probably like midway through. How did that night end up?
That was a good night.
Yeah.
It was a good night. I made a lot of connections. I had a lot of fun. You know, I opened it up.
Yeah.
So I was a little nervous at first because I wasn't expecting to go first,
Sure.
but they threw me in there and I just did my thing and it felt so good. It was good. It was
You
good.
did, man. You're gonna send me a track and I'm gonna play it for the people right now. That Venga Ka song.
Okay.
Yeah. Send that. 'Cause that. I was vibing to that. I really like that. But yeah, though, shout out to Drumline Studios and Rachel and Drawzilla out there. I love the Artist Mixer. I really appreciate the producer synergies he's put together and stuff. And you know, I get to rub shoulders with artists like you and meet everybody in the community and stuff. So I think it's really cool. So you may remember her from that. But today we're here to get a little bit more in depth, and I only had a few minutes to talk to you that day. So I want to let the audience, know who you are, what you do, and all that good stuff. And let them, see the insides of Sammy B, so to speak. So you down for that?
I'm down.
All right, let's
go.
Let's do it. So let's start it off this way. Where were you born, and how'd you end up in the Hudson Valley?
So I was born in the Hudson Valley, actually.
Okay.
Yes. Born and raised basically up here. And, I went to all grade school, all through school, and then I graduated high school and I went over to DCC and Poughkeepsie. That's actually where I made a lot of connections music-wise as well.
Gotcha. Okay, there you go. If you guys hear anything in the background that sounds maybe a little bit like a siren going off, that is the lovely Hazel up there wanting to come downstairs. So anyway, so tell me why I had to have you on the show today. Why are you here today?
Today I am here to let people know that your girl Sammy B is about to come up on some stuff.
Okay,
I'm going to be dropping some really good stuff lately. I've been in the studio every week. Every week I'm working, and I'm doing what I love, so I'm enjoying every minute of it. Got
you. So musically, how would you define what you're doing? You rapping, you singing, little both? What are you doing?
I do everything. I'm an artist, right? So I started off really writing poetry.
Okay.
And then freestyling. And I'm like, I could rap. I could write and rap, making songs. And then, not that long ago, I was like, wait a second, I could sing? And I was like, let's do it, So I do it all now.
Oh, okay. So you be vibing. I could tell.
I be vibing.
She vibes out. And they could tell by the song we just played, I'm sure. So with all of this, you kind of touched on a little bit. When did you realize what your passion was?
I want to say, man, when I was young, right? Because everybody was listening to like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, you know, for all my 90s babies out there, you know, and I was just like not really interested in it.
Okay.
And I went searching for other music, and that's when I really found like hip hop, right? Because my family wasn't super into hip hop, you know, I'm the hip hop head in the family. So I really like looked into it and got into it quick.
Gotcha.
And then I was like, I want to, like, this is what I want. This is it. Like, this is where I relate. So
Okay. And not to get all into the ladies' age and all that, but how young are we talking about when that happened for you?
man, I remember being like 11, 10, 9, 8.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I liked Nelly so much. I used to put a Band-Aid on my face.
She wasn't the only one. Don't front.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, there you go. That's what's up. So you know, we might realize like, oh man, I got a knack for this. You know what I mean? I like performing. I like writing a rap. I like singing something. When did you start taking it like serious? How long you been pursuing it seriously?
Okay, so I mean, like I said, you know, when I went to graduated high school 2012, and I went to college for 2 years. It's when I really started meeting people who went to school for music. So I was using the studio up there because I was like, oh, I'm interested in this. And then there was RPM, which was the biggest thing on campus.
Yeah.
So rap, poetry, music, and I was there every Friday. And as soon as I graduated college, I was in the studio. I had a studio of my own, everything like that.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah.
So you've been recording on your own too?
Yeah.
Got you. Have you taken that seriously where you're like trying to engineer your own stuff? You leaving that to someone else?
As of right now, I'm leaving that to someone else. You know,
that's a real deal. It's a real, you know. Shout out Drawzilla again.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yes, shout out. He
You know,
did my whole last EP, so definitely shout out to him.
There's an art in mixing it down for you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, so no, that's really dope. Okay, so you've been making some moves. So like, you said first EP. So how much music is out there for the people right now to go see?
Okay, so like I said, I've been releasing music for a little while now. I haven't released music in like 2 years till I had released this EP.
Okay.
Right, so I was doing a lot of life changes, lifestyle changes, improvements, I'll say, right?
Okay.
You know, really just working on myself.
Sure.
You know, I released this EP recently, and I loved making it. I got good feedback on it, so it's just, I'm going to continue going from here.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's look into the camera, tell the party people exactly where they can find you and where maybe they can go support some of this music that you got out there.
Okay.
Let them know.
Absolutely, yeah. They're available on all platforms, so you could go really to SoundCloud, Sammy B. My Instagram is Sammy Bizzle, right? So Sammy Bizzle, Sammie, and then Bizzle, Bizzle. So on Instagram in my bio, you're gonna be able to click the link to keep up with all my music. I'm posting a lot of the time too, so you can really keep up with me there.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I follow her. She does have a ton of stuff on there, and those links in the bio do lead you to good places with music.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. So we don't just start singing and rapping out of the blue, you know, for no reason. Somebody, somehow, something inspires you.
Okay.
You know, so what are your inspirations for all this?
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely. Missy Elliott is probably the first person I'll think of.
Okay.
Because, man, she was funky, right?
Yeah.
Like, and she wasn't, like, trying to be super sexy. It was more like she was just being herself.
Being funky.
You know, and her videos were dope.
Yeah.
Like, her songs is... Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, she put her own twist on music, and I really loved that. So yeah, definitely her, Tupac. I was obsessed with Tupac. I still am. Like, you know, I have huge paintings of him in my studio and stuff. So Tupac is another big one.
Pause. Her ringback tone is Tupac.
Yes,
Continue.
Changes, Tupac. That's one of the best songs ever made. By far. Yeah. I mean, there's so many artists. I want to say like Kanye West, 50 Cent, DMX, like that. Those were the people I listened to early on. I want to mention one more artist, Santi Gold.
Okay.
Because, you know, she's not like an super popular, well-known artist.
You're putting me on right now.
Yeah, Santi Gold is dope.
Tell me.
I remember I've been to 2 of her concerts, right? Kid Cudi.
Okay.
So Kid Cudi's a huge one for me. And I saw the first time Kid Cudi ever came to New York, down in Central Park. He was opening up for Santi Gold.
Okay.
That was one of the most memorable concerts ever. I went there with my mom and my brother. I was younger.
Yeah,
And it was
that's
just, it was awesome.
You had a good time.
Yeah.
Santi Gold. What is that? So SANTI.
SANTI Gold. Yeah.
Okay. Look it up.
She's
I'm gonna have to look it
different.
up.
She's super cool, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. So what would you say? What would you say you are first? Would you say, because you mentioned a lot of like heavy hitters that are rappers, you know, would you consider yourself a rapper first or a singer first?
So at first, I did consider myself a rapper.
Okay.
And, you know, people would always go, oh, you're that rapper girl, right? You're, you know, and then, you know, my name's Sammy B, right? So, and I'm an artist. And that's really what I consider myself now.
Okay.
I wouldn't just leave it at rapper because I'm so versatile. There's just so much more to the art, the
Gotcha.
artistry of music and just everything.
So let me ask you, do you appreciate bars?
Yes.
Okay, you
absolutely.
You appreciate having some bars.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Okay. So you're not just spitting that nonsense. You want
Right.
something with substance.
Yes.
Got you. And what would you say? What would you say if I asked you your songs, Sammy B? Like, where are they at? What are you talking about? What's the general topic in there?
Okay. So I'm going to tell you that it's more than just one thing.
Okay.
Right? So, like, the music that I just recently put out, it's more like a club type of hit, a club type of feel, or like a party type of feel, something you'd put on, or just driving around bumping, you know, with your friends, just good vibes type of stuff. I have a lot more of that stuff coming out as well.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Basically, I'm doing that kind of to grab people's attention,
Gotcha.
right? Because they're going to want to bump that, they're going to listen to it, they're going to want to say, who is that? Sammy B, if they didn't know already, you know? And then once I release that and have people kind of listening, I want people to really listen now, you know, and I'm hoping to grab a whole nother audience as well because I'm going to be putting out some more deep-rooted stuff.
Okay.
You know, because
More about you, like true to life stuff, or just
right, like life stuff, you know,
Gotcha.
stuff that struggles and heartbreak and all those types of themes that like you weren't hearing beforehand. So yeah.
Got you. Which, in my opinion, being an old rapper myself, the easiest stuff to write was the stuff that was like true to life stuff that was going on with me. You know, it was always the easiest things to write.
Just flies right out.
Yeah, it just comes out. You know, when you're trying to brag, you're just trying to be dope, and you know, just want to have the best punchline right here. You might get stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're like,
sure.
oh, is that really a hot punchline? You know what I'm saying? You ask 3 people. You know, but yeah, no, the dopest stuff was always the truest stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So okay, so you feel like you got like a upbeat vibe right now, and you're trying to draw them in, and then you got like a story to tell once you got them in.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. I can dig it. I like it. I think, you know, it's a little segue into the fact that I know we could sit here and talk about music, you know, for like the next 20 minutes for sure. But let's switch it up. Let's tell the people, you know, some of these people probably seen you for the first time. Some of them are your longtime fans. So make sure you shout out your fans right
What's
now.
up, the fans? Your girl Sammy B. I appreciate each and every one of you for all the love. All the love that you show me. I really love that shit.
You know, and she does because she's actually mentioned it to me before, you know, so it's like there's a deep appreciation there. I think it's going both ways, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So with that said, if we're not talking music, right, and I go and check on Sammy B, what are you doing if you're not doing music?
Okay. Right now, my schedule is full, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, so I'm a server. I'm a waitress. So, you know, I work. That's really to stack up money so I can invest in what I am passionate about.
Okay.
So I do that. Right now, I'm also doing something that I was super passionate about before, you know, even before music, like intensely. So sports, right? So right now, I'm a Little League softball coach in my town.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm doing that, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
You know, it's something that I didn't think I'd ever get back into, but I'm enjoying it. And then painting. I paint a lot.
You paint?
My free time is usually just plugging in some music and painting.
Get out.
I have a lot of paintings. Yeah.
And I'm sure you can take pictures of some stuff and send it over, and I'll show the audience a little bit of that stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you consider yourself like, you know, an artist like that way?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so she's an artist all the way around. Like, she ain't playing. She is not playing. She got a little bit of flavor. And if we haven't even mentioned it, because I know we talked about it when we was at the Artist Mixer, You are mostly Italian, right?
Yes.
Right? But this young lady speaks Spanish.
I do.
Right?
I do.
Yeah, so, she is bilingual. That's why the Ven Acá song might have a little bilingual twist to it, because she can speak both. Now, interesting enough, the wife wanted me to ask you, do you speak Italian, though?
I don't.
I
don't. It's funny. I met this guy at the club one night, right? And he was literally straight from Italy.
Okay.
So I was talking to him and I realized, oh wait, you're speaking Italian.
Yeah.
And so it's funny because Italian and Spanish are super similar. They're so similar, like
With little differences here and there.
right. Like for
Mess you
example,
up.
like "Cómo estás?" Right? Is like "How are you doing?" And then "Come stai?" is the same thing in Italian.
Gotcha.
So it was fun. Like I wasn't even at the club like being all crazy. I was like sitting there going back and forth,
What's up?
I like to learn. I really do.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, so for all my Puerto Rican brethren out there, Mama speaks Spanish too. So so we talked about an activity. We talked about some sports. So Italian, but speaks Spanish and loves that flavor. I gotta ask you.
Okay.
Favorite plate of food?
Favorite plate of food. That's where I go right back to it being Italian.
Okay, tell me.
So I got Italian taste buds. I cook myself.
Okay.
I feel like in my family, if you're the woman, you cook.
Okay.
It's a traditional type of thing. So my grandma, my other grandma, my mom, my aunt, me, I cook right now because my mom's cooked for me my whole life. My grandma's cooked for, so I cook a lot. No, I kind of took it up and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Favorite dish? Probably just simple penne alla vodka.
Yeah?
I mean, it's good. It's really good, yeah. I have to shout out my grandma's lasagna, though.
Okay.
Because that's banging.
Okay. So, all right, so favorite plate of food, you can only eat it for a week. What is it going to be then?
Oh, man. A week straight?
Yeah.
I could eat pizza every day.
You would eat pizza every day?
I would eat pizza every day.
She really has got Italian taste, but you love that red sauce.
I do.
You love it.
I love every part of Italian food, for sure.
I'm of the garlic and oil variety.
Okay, I could cook that up.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
You hook that up? All right, cool. All right, cool. So let me pose this one to you like this. Because you seem very introspective. You seem to understand yourself, and you're very expressional, different ways of expressing yourself, right? So that's a little insight on you from the public eye.
Okay.
A place. Where's a place that you would go if you just needed to, collect your thoughts? You didn't want to be bothered, and you just need to do some deep thinking for an hour or two. Where are you going?
So, water signs, right? I'm a Cancer, you're a Pisces.
Yes, we discussed this.
We did.
Yes.
And water makes me feel most tranquil. So whenever I'm next to a body of water is when I feel most at peace. The number one spot for that would be the beach, by far.
Let's
so
go. Me, you, and Angie, we there.
It's relaxing.
Yeah.
It's relaxing. It's just, it's like a refreshing place to be.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I love the beach. So wifey and I, we strive to get back to the beach. That's a fact.
Last time I was at the beach, I got this palm tree tattoo.
Oh, look at you. You're like, I'm going to remember this one.
Because I'm like, you know what? When I'm looking down and, life is crazy, I'm like, wait, I could go to the beach? Don't forget.
Yeah.
I'm in the city with the hustle and bustle, and I'm looking down like, wait a second. I'm out.
Let's discuss this other arm of yours.
The other arm.
Yeah, what you got going on? I see a feather. I see a yin-yang.
Yeah. It's funny because, when people ask about my tattoos, I'm like, and that's only because, I want this whole arm, whole forearm covered eventually.
Okay.
I love tattoos. That's one thing I love. That's peaceful for me, too.
Okay, another form of expression.
Right. I love it. It's art, too,
You're an expressionist.
It's my canvas, right? So, but the feather pretty much represents freedom.
Okay.
So my next tattoo I want to get a microphone.
Okay, yeah.
Like the old school microphone, and it's almost like freedom of speech type of thing,
Yeah.
And then this is just, the yin yang, the ups and downs of life.
Everything.
And yeah, exactly. And then I have a little broken heart on my hand there because
it happens.
That's part of me being an artist and a deep individual, right?
Of course. Coming towards the end here, I just got to ask you a couple things. Kind of a little bit rapid fire. Is there a pet peeve you got? What's a pet peeve on top of your head?
Okay, pet peeve. So when I first think pet peeve, I think like, because I'm into cars too. I'm into a lot of stuff, right?
Okay.
So when like an old person or somebody buys a really nice car, like you see like a Maserati or like Ferrari or something, and they're driving super slow, and you're like, drive that.
Fact.
Why'd you get that if you're gonna just drive that?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Or when they buy a sports car and you look in the window and it's parked and it's automatic.
So listen. I just want to name one more pet peeve is being like arrogant and ignorant and just like not compassionate. That's not even just a pet peeve. That's just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know, we're all human beings. Like any hate or anything like that is just stuff that you know, it doesn't agree with my spirit.
Got you. And what leads me perfectly into my next thing is there a line of advice that keeps you thinking that way?
Yeah, you know, it's funny because my dad always used to tell me, smile.
Yeah.
Like when you're going on an interview, you know, say your name and smile, you know. First impressions are a lot, and you know, just being compassionate, you know, we're humans, one another, we have feelings, we're allowed to feel. So just love and support.
Yep.
Love and support.
Couldn't agree more. Shout out Angie again, because she's actually somebody that put me on to that years ago when we met. You know, because, you know, I'm thugged out, I'm hood,
right.
And I got a scowl. And she's like, you know, you're a decent-looking guy. You should probably smile more often,
Smile.
you know. And it, like, changed my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just smiling, you know, and not being about that life. Like, smile first and let something get you upset later. Don't walk in upset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good energy, good vibes. Believe in yourself. And
that's it. And just, you know, kill none, let none die, and keep it moving. You know what I mean? No, I like it. I like it, Sammy B. I like it a lot. All right, so before we wrap this up, my favorite question of the whole thing, okay?
Okay.
You've done some shows.
Yes.
I know you've been doing shows like Amityville. Was that you? Did you go down to Amityville recently? Or was that just Wavy? Maybe
that was
Wavy.
He invited me, right? And I was had a studio session booked.
Yes. Okay, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just associate you and him. You have 2 songs together, right?
We do.
Okay.
We
yeah,
do.
So that's
They're a lot of fun to perform too.
Yeah, yo, shout out Wavy, man. I love that boy.
Shout him out.
I do. I like him. All right. You've done some shows though. So tell me about the first time that you kind of felt like a star.
First time I felt like a star.
Yeah.
I want to say my first show in Brooklyn was awesome.
Okay.
Right? So Naija Chanel, right?
Oh,
she performed
Naija.
She performed too. Shout out her. Yeah. So yeah, I was on the stage, you know, like I went up. I was one of the like last people to go, right? And Naija was right after me. So people were performing and the vibes were cool. The show was going on, you know, and then I went up there and killed it. I murdered it. And I hadn't performed in such a long time. And I just went out there and like did my thing, really did my thing. And like the crowd was vibing and it was such a good time. And when I got off the stage, you know, Naija Chanel went and like people were swarming us, like, and it was just like flashes, like flash, 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 flash. I actually said to her too, I was like, "This is what our future looks like." That's right. You know, and it's because I saw it, I envisioned it. You know, it was like my first taste of like real groupies, like coming up to me, like, "You're the best." I'm like, all right. You know, it felt cool and it was cool, and I had support there, people who were there to support me. And that was important. So it was good.
And I'll tell you why I asked that question. I asked it because I absolutely adore and love the face and the smile that comes to people when they tell me their story. You know what I mean? Because it just, like you said, happiness, you know, smiles bring good vibes and we keep it moving. And that's why I asked that question. So everything you're about is why that question exists. So let's tell the people one more time exactly where they can find you, how they can support you, and what they should be looking out for in the future. Let them know.
Yes. So Sammy B, right? You can find me on Instagram at Sammy Bizzle. You can find me on Facebook, Sammy B, SoundCloud, Sammy B, YouTube, Sammy B. You know, I have the Back on Track EP that I had just released. I'm going to be releasing so much more. I'm working with 2 female artists, particularly every week on a project right now. And that'll be coming out soon. Story and Remedy. They're both female artists that are very dope. And, you know, and I've been working on projects on my own, like I was telling you, you know, like the Heartbreak theme, you know, in the background. So when that's all set, I'll be letting you know. Just keep up with me for sure.
Okay, there you go. Well, party people, here I am again. We're at the beginnings of season 3 right now. So you're gonna be looking out for her. She's got some great stuff coming out. You're gonna be looking out for Finally TV. Make sure you subscribe. I can't tell you again, but go ahead and follow her on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. Go listen to the music wherever you can find it. She'll let you know in that link in the bio on Instagram. I'm telling you that'll lead you to a good place to hear some good music.
Yes.
So without further ado, we are out of here. She is Sammy B. My name is Gabriel. Finally TV, Voice of the Valley. Let's go.
Hey.